So a common atheist parody you hear is the following. I believe in God. And then the atheist goes, well, I believe in a flying spaghetti monster. Disprove me. And that's their magnum opus objection. The flying spaghetti monster. Now this parody is pretty bad. It's a form of mockery, but it doesn't even make any sense. And the reason why I make a video about it, because clearly it's dumb. But people seriously hold this as a real objection to theism. Because the whole idea is, well, you can't disprove a flying spaghetti monster. It's this thing. It's like trying to argue against God, right? You can't disprove it. It's like the flying spaghetti monster. You believe in God. I believe in a flying spaghetti monster. We're the same. We can't prove or disprove each other, can we? But the thing is, the reason why it's bad is because you can disprove the flying spaghetti monster. And when someone makes this argument, someone tries to make it this joke, it's a very easy way of telling if they're retarded or they have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. God is the cause for the universe. Now, as the cause of the universe, he needs a few properties. I'm going to use two that are going to completely take away the flying spaghetti monster hypothesis from even being on the table. And this goes to proving negatives, which is something atheists will talk about all the time. Well, you can't prove a negative. Not true, you can't prove negatives. So the cause of the universe must be timeless and spaceless. It has to be eternal. Why? So I'll start with the time part. Time began with the universe. So if it's bound by time, that would mean it began with the universe. But then how could it cause the universe? Contradictory. So therefore, you can deduce that the cause of the universe is timeless. It's not bound by time, thereby eternal. So there you go. Flying spaghetti, meatballs, this stuff's not eternal. So how could it be the cause of the universe? Next, spaceless. So, same thing as time. Space, physical space, this is space right here, began with the universe. So, to say that the cause is bound by space is to say that it is bound by something that came with the universe. But how could it cause it at that point? So, it can't be a flying spaghetti monster because spaghetti, meatballs, this stuff takes up space. Can't be the cause of the universe. Now, someone may say, oh, well, what if God's spirit went into flying spaghetti and meatballs after? I guess. I guess that's possible. I mean, it's really weird, but it's a theism hypothesis at that point, so who cares? At that point, you're saying, well, God exists, he's just this. Fine. Good enough for me. Okay, I don't care. But the point is, when you're actually trying to use this objection to say, well, if you think God exists, then I believe the flying spaghetti monster exists, and you can't disprove that. It doesn't make much sense. And you may say this is a waste of time, but as I said, people actually raise this as a real objection to theism. It's terrible. Even as a parody, it doesn't work at all. It's the Richard Dawkins fanboys. The flying spaghetti monster. They just love it so much, but it's an easy way of telling someone's a retard or is uneducated on the subject.